Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will understand nitrogen cycle. Water is important for us. Is nitrogen also important for us? Think. Yes, nitrogen is a very essential element for all living organisms. It is an important part of compounds like proteins, some vitamins, and nucleic acids, that is, deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA and ribonucleic acid or RNA. These compounds are essential for growth, maintenance, and reproduction. About 78% of the Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen gas. Though there is plenty of nitrogen in our atmosphere, many living organisms, including us, cannot use the nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. So how do animals and plants obtain nitrogen? Think about it. Let me tell you, animals and plants obtain nitrogen in usable form such as ammonia, nitrates, and other usable forms of nitrogen with the help of nitrogen cycle. So what exactly is the nitrogen cycle? Nitrogen cycle is a biochemical cycle through which nitrogen is circulated in various forms in our environment. This cycle has various stages such as nitrogen fixation, assimilation, ammonification, nitrification, and denitrification. Now let's understand the stages of nitrogen cycle one by one. Nitrogen fixation. The conversion of gaseous nitrogen to a usable form such as ammonia or other compounds of nitrogen in the soil so that plants can use them is called nitrogen fixation. In the atmosphere, the nitrogen gas is converted to oxides of nitrogen with the help of energy generated during lightning and by using the energy from ultraviolet radiations. These oxides dissolve in water to give nitric and nitrous acids, which fall on land along with rain and become readily available for use by plants. Certain bacteria such as Rhizobium, Azotobacter, and Nostoc are called nitrogen-fixing bacteria because they are able to convert atmospheric nitrogen to nitrates and nitrites. Bacteria such as Rhizobium live in root nodules of leguminous plants and maintain symbiotic relationship with the plants. In symbiotic relationships, both the organisms are benefited from each other. Bacteria such as Azotobacter and Nostoc are free-living bacteria. Nitrogen can also be fixed industrially. For example, nitrogen is combined with hydrogen at high temperature and pressure to obtain ammonia. Later, it is converted into various fertilizers such as urea. The next stage is nitrification. You might be knowing that ammonia is a toxic gas. Therefore, it must be converted to a certain usable form. The process by which ammonia is converted into nitrite followed by nitrate in the soil with the help of bacteria is called nitrification. Bacteria such as Nitrosomonas oxidize the ammonia present in the soil and convert it into nitrite. Further, bacteria such as Nitrobacter oxidizes nitrites into nitrates, which is a form usable by plants. The next stage is assimilation. Plants absorb the usable form of nitrogen from the soil with the help of their roots and use them for formation of proteins and other essential compounds. Through the food web, the nitrogen is transported to other animals. Now let's talk about ammonification. The decomposition of compounds of nitrogen such as proteins, urea, etc. present in dead remains of plants and animals into ammonia is called ammonification. It is carried out by decomposers such as bacteria and fungi. This process increases the concentration of ammonia in the soil. Also, as they decompose the organic matter, it also helps in cleaning the environment naturally. Now we are at the final stage of the cycle. It is denitrification, the process in which nitrogen makes its way back into the atmosphere by conversion of nitrate into nitrogen gas with the help of bacteria such as Pseudomonas and Theobacillus is called denitrification. This completes the nitrogen cycle. In this way, the percentage composition of nitrogen in the atmosphere is maintained. Friends, the nitrogen cycle is very important for us. However, due to many human activities, it does not remain balanced and it affects the ecosystem at a particular place. Let's talk about one of these situations called eutrophication. In the race of obtaining more agricultural yield, we use fertilizers in excessive quantities. Often the runoffs from agricultural lands transfer nutrients, usually rich in nitrogen and phosphorus, to water bodies. Another way of nutrients entering in water bodies is wastewater from industries and sewage. Due to this, the concentration of nutrients increases in the water. As water becomes overly rich with the nutrients, there is excessive growth of water plants, especially algae, such as phytoplankton in water. The rapid growth of water plants, especially the algae in water, is called bloom. Such excessive growth of algae covers the surface of water and reduces the concentration of oxygen. Further, it prevents light and oxygen from entering into the water. As a result, the aquatic plants and animals die. This is called eutrophication. We must take preventive measures to avoid such conditions and conserve our environment, isn't it? So friends, what did we learn today? Yes, nitrogen is cycled in the environment with the help of nitrogen cycle. Various stages of the nitrogen cycle include nitrogen fixation, nitrification, assimilation, ammonification, and denitrification. And we also talked about eutrophication.